I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to say it right here in these editions. I'm joined by Honorable Commissioner, none other than Honorable Engineer Charles Joseph Wani, Juba County Commissioner. Honorable Commissioner, you're welcome to Morning Breakfast Show.
Thank you, my brother, and thank you, everyone in the studio and people of South Sudan. I would like to also welcome you to these editions of African Breakfast Show. I will really today privileged to come and share a lot of things in the studio to tell our people also what's the plans of Juba County, the developmental plans, and many things that we have been doing here in Juba County.
Yeah, thank you so much for making it, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come and be part of Morning Breakfast Show on SABC. Before we go there deeply on the issues of developmental activities, plan, achievements, and other business of Juba County, can you a little bit talk about yourself? Who is Honorable Engineer Charles Joseph Wani before you become a commissioner?
Me, Engineer Charles Joseph Wani, for now it's called Engineer Charles Joseph Wani, but basically from Kwarajik. I studied in Juba Day secondary schools. I went to major seminary. I'm ex-seminarians in Khartoum, Shambat, and I left seminary. I went to University of Juba. I studied Faculty of Engineering, Civil Engineering. In 2012, I started working my professionalism as an engineer in the Ministry of Physical Infrastructure. I worked until 5 years, from 2012 to 2017. And from there, I left the country. I went for exiles, and I came back with these peace agreements because by then, there is a problems. We went and we came back with the peace agreements, and we are now implementing the peace. So coming back with the peace agreements, I'm the first commissioner of the revitalized peace agreements in the Republic of South Sudan. So basically, this is a little that I can say about myself, but it's a big history that I can talk about it maybe the whole day. Yeah.
So it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us more about who is Honorable Engineer Charles Joseph Wani. And dear viewer, thank you so much for tuning in, and you're following this Morning Breakfast Show, and we're going to talk more about developmental activities of Juba County and the achievement of Juba County as Honorable Charles Joseph Wani assumed the office to become the first commissioner of Juba County in the revitalized transitional government of national unity. Honorable, let's talk a little bit about your plans. When you came into the office, what were your first plans in place?
There is many plans. First of all, before I go to my plans, I would like to congratulate and also thanks the President of the Republic of South Sudan, President Salva Kiir Mayardit, by appointing me as a commissioner of Juba County. Yes, we come through the peace agreements. I'm from the SAWA, member of SAWA, and I assumed the office of the county commissioner in April. I was appointed in April, then I assumed in March the office. Also, I want to thank the presidents by appointing all the members or the ministers. Now, the managers of the nations, they are doing really well, and we all cooperate and we work together as the government from the national until the state and the local government as well. Me, when it comes to Juba County, I have a lot of plans, which if I talk about it, maybe some I will fulfill it, some I will not fulfill it. But I started, first of all, the stabilizations of the security in Juba County. To establish and to make the security in Juba County well, we must work, first of all, together with all security sectors in different portfolio, in different units, so that we join our hand together to make sure that this issue of insecurity along our roads, it's come to an end. If you can remember, when I come to the office in April, there is a lot of attacks in most of the areas, especially the areas like Juba Road, the areas like Juba Mundiri Road, the areas like Nimule Roads. So this is my first priority, because you cannot do any developmental plans without any stabilizations in the security sector, especially if you want to take, for instance, the schools. You need the security in that place. If you want to take, for instance, health sector, you need also security there. if you want to talk about service deliverance, all these ones is basically, it will go together with the security sector. If there's no security, also our plans will not be really accomplished. But on the process, first when I come, I need to empower women. One of my major plans that I started by constructing the Juba County Modern Maternity Hospitals, which is located in Usai Rockway. Now it is almost finishing the foundation level. We are going for walling. And the hospital is too big. It's really very big. Hospitals of 300 beds. It will be joined together with the children's hospital. Why I start by maternity? Because I look at our women's, our mothers, they are suffering from the maternity or labor and all that. And it is a bit costly. And people really suffering. Most of us come through that one. And when I have seen that one, I see it is the opportunity for me to deliver something, at least to reduce the problems of the women's, the problems of the children. That is why I struggled. Within this short period, I'm able to go ahead with that construction. This is one of the plans. The second plan also the empowerment of the youths, which I'm working on it, basically on the issue of sport and issue of also giving them the kind of opportunity employments. But opportunity employments that will come through, like the constructions, it will employ many people. And at the same time, I'm also going to construct my headquarters in where I am, in Luri. And there, the headquarters, it will be launched this year, a very big one. And of course, maybe something of 47 offices that it will accomplish all the departments of Juba County. And all this department of Juba County will be centered in one place: agriculture, education, health, sanitation, and all that one. Okay. So basically, those plans, I put it to one by one, and I started doing it. And the other plans also in empowerment and also construction of the school. As for instance, now we are going to open like 2 health center. After I finish from here, I'm going to open that health center. And also tomorrow I'm going to open the school, which is constructed in Rokon. And next tomorrow I'm also going to open the school also in Kondokoro, Payam. So those are the things that I put in as a priorities. And I started with it, and so now most of them is accomplished. Those are my plans. And also then the other plans, which is a challenge. In Juba County generally, the issue of the land grabbing, which is rampant.
Honorable, I will come to the challenges, but for someone who is not aware about the geographical area of Juba County, what can you say about the geographical area of Juba County?
Geographical area of Juba County, it's well defined. From north is Zentos, as you're going to Terkeka Road. Zentos is all under Juba County. You will see the railway of the airport. Most of the whole railway is in Juba County. So the Juba City Council is holding the terminals, only the departure and arrivals and all that one. The place is the offices for process. But the rest is Juba County. If you come to the eastern side, the whole eastern bank from Juba Bridge to all the other side, it's all Juba County: Sherikat, Gumba, Garbor, Megri, all that one is Juba County. If you come to the side of southwest, southeast, Lologo, we divide Lologo into 2. There is a Lologo 1, there is a Lologo 2. And there is a certain bridge in Lologo Dam which divides us between the Juba City Council and then the Juba County. Also in the west-south checkpoint, the whole of checkpoints, and the Minister of Road by then, or we call it now Road Authority. And there is a constructions of the South Sudan banks. All that area is belong to Juba County. The mountains, this mountain, Karak Mountains, is in Juba County. And you come to this side of Rock City a little bit, that place which is a hotel is in Juba County, Jebel Lodge is in Juba County. So those are the areas. By then, so we are in law. But for instance, we, with a bit of understanding, we are now in Doha. The rest of Zains and the rest of all those places is all under Juba County. So you can see the magnitude of Juba County. Juba County is actually big, but Juba City Council is just a 3 block, Munuki, Kator, and then Juba. So those are the territory of Juba City Council. But the rest of the territory is all Juba County.
Okay. Honorables, in your past statement, you mentioned when you came to the office, you had a plan of stabilizing security and women empowerment, youth empowerment. Can you mention maybe out of your plans, have you achieved anything so far, like the security stability?
Of course, for security stability, we shall not say you can achieve it 100%. It will never happen in the whole world because it is a process. The security stability, we are working so that we improve it. For now, I will say we achieve improvement. The government of South Sudan and the government of Central Equatoria and Juba County as well, working in collaboration, they have achieved a maximum achievements on stabilizations of the security. But then there is a lot of chaos, robbery, negas, all this is happening. But now it is very, very minimum, and you will find cases that police cases and all that. It's not that too big crime. And by then, the major one which causes a lot of insecurity is the issue of land grabbing, and the issue of cattle, and the issue of this hollow group. If you see in Juba County, the hollow group is not there, maybe in the other part of Central Equatoria. But in Juba County, we are strictly working to bring people more in, because we are sensitizing people. There is no need for us to fight each other. There is no need for us to hold guns. There is no need for us to hate each other. This is the time now for development. This is the time for peace. This is the time for us as a young people to work together and to establish this country. To build this country, it is not an easy. We cannot build this country by the gun. We can build this country while we come and we put all our effort together, and also we see how we can develop this country. Our vision, that I'm going to the bush so that I shoot and kill, I must transform it for the goodness of this nation. I will see now in this country, I need a good education, I need a good health, I need good roads, I need this and that. So instead of talking with the language of guns, let us talk with the language of hands and knowledge, ideology. We come together all as South Sudanese. Then we begin to talk, negotiate, and see how best we can build this nation. But with the guns, with what, those one all cannot help each other. With the hatred, with the tribalism, nepotism, all this one cannot help each other. We can help this when we unite our purpose and we make our purpose one. We want to work for South Sudan, and we need the South Sudan that can take everyone, despite of our ethnicity, our tribes, or whatever the case it could be. This one, if we come out boldly as a youth, we can finish all this. Because the people who are dying, it's not elderly, it's our age, it's our friends, it's our brothers. Yeah? So I'm not seeing any reason to be used for us and then we go and kill and shoot and rob. We have a lot of opportunity as a youth.
Okay, Honorable, in your introductions of who you were and how you became the commissioner, you mentioned a little bit about your educational background. By, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected, maybe 80% of your educational background is within South Sudan.
Yes.
And that can tell you understand better the lifestyle of all South Sudanese and young people. When coming to education, what are you doing in your county to improve the educations of the children of South Sudanese that are within your county?
Well, it's one of the most challenging events I will take back to my history. You know, most of the things is a sacrifice and commitment. Why I must take education as a priority and also for all the people to benefit from it, because it is a challenge to me. By then there is no schools. There is no good school that today I can speak English a little bit, I can speak Arabic a little bit. But by then, so all the school is being taken to Arabic pattern. I struggle my own way because the school is only the church school, and the Catholic school is strictly. But the rest of the school is all Arabic because of the regimes of the Umar al-Bashir, and we suffered that one. Now we are lucky having our country, a country that gives privilege to the education. So that is why I say, let me take you back a little bit. I thank President Kerr by appointing those managers, those ministers now, that first of all, the Minister of Education that can look at the issue of education strictly and seriously by putting more effort to work on how they will improve education in South Sudan and in all states of South Sudan and all the localities, which is Juba County and the rest of the counties. So our effort, all this, the money that comes for security, for education, I mean, there is nothing that we are touching on. When come to my office, I will just tell the executive director strictly do this ones for the education sector. By then, of course, we find Juba County empty without anything. The Office of the Education, there is no transport. We managed to vote for them some motorcycles. We managed to vote for them some vehicles so that they will facilitate their works, to encourage them and to give them, it's a kind of motivation. So the issue that the money is, yes, it's not enough, but our collection, the small collection, we need to motivate our teachers. The most important thing, how to motivate the teachers so that they will give the knowledge, they will transform that knowledge to the children. And then we shall come to the parents. The parents need to be encouraged to take their children to school. Though there's many government schools, yes, but it's not enough. The challenge, we have few government schools and many children, and some of parents now resorted to taking their children to private school, which is very expensive and they cannot afford it. That is why I came out with a plan always, especially in town planning. There is no space actually with this illegal demarcation that can be constructed for school. But when we have spaces, this is one of my plans, and I'm going to construct schools in most of the area of Juba County. As I stated earlier on, we are going to open schools in Kondokoro, and we are going to open a school in Rokon Payams. All these ones are the plans within my reach. So I'm really serious of doing that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner, for all you have mentioned, and we will still tackle a lot of issues concerning developmental plans and achievement of Juba County. And dear viewer, thank you so much for following Morning Breakfast Show. We are coming to you live right here in our studio from South Sudan capital, Juba. My name is Majur Cholkor, and in the studio with me is none other than Honorable Engineer Joseph Wani, Commissioner of Juba County, is helping us understanding the responsibilities, the role and developmental plans and achievement of Juba County. For me and the team, let's have a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, dear viewers. Thank you so much. And you are still following Morning Breakfast Show on SABC. As we went for break, we said we are talking about developmental plans and achievement of Juba County. And with me is Honorable Commissioner of Juba County, Honorable Joseph Wani. Welcome back, Honorable Commissioner.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Recently, especially last week, you launched a jingle of creating awareness on how people should start acquiring land within Juba County. And Heli, you mentioned the geographical area of Juba County. Why did you thought of coming up with such kind of awareness on how people should acquire lands within Juba County?
I thought of making the awareness especially in the issue of land, because it is a big issue in the Republic of South Sudan, especially in Juba and in some part of South Sudan. You know, the planning, if we're supposed to start rightly from the beginning, the planning involves many things, and these are the things that our people does not know. Our traditional leaders, our common people, they took the statement of land belong to the community to misuse it. To misuse it, they begin to demarcate the land without any technical know-how. They begin to allocate anybody lands. and they make use of it to become a business. And everyone just come out tonight, and in the mornings they call people, they begin to demarcate, sell the lands without any professionalism, without anything. I'm not saying this one is for the one tribe, but all the people, even the indigenous, right? And this jingles to stop everyone in doing so. So the government is the only person who can plan for a town. For instance, we take the example of the Juba towns. The Minister of Housing is supposed to come out with the master plan of a new Juba, how it will look like. When come out with the master plan of how the new Juba look like, then they will begin to see which area can be for agriculture, which area can be for industrial, which area can be a resident, right? So from here, when we have that master plan, a Juba master plan, we shall be able to control and to tell our people, this area is not for resident, this area is for agriculture. And this area is not for resident, this area for industrial. So that we shall not mess up things. But now if you look around Juba, the things is messed up. You will find industry within the residential area. You will find farms within the residential area. You will find residents in the places which is supposed to be a farm. And this one, if we want to see a very good town, we cannot move. So as a professional fashion, as an engineer by then, and I also work in the Ministry of Housing. By then, of course, I'm a junior staff. My words cannot be taken seriously. But for now, I have a power, I have a bit of authority in my hand. Why do I not contribute and tell the people what we have been doing, it's wrong? We have a right way to go. We have a very good people. We have an expert. We have the town planners. We have the engineers. Let's leave the work for engineers be for engineers, not for the lay people. The chief will come if they say we want to demarcate this place. Yes, well, you want to demarcate, but let us see the trends of this. Is it agriculture, agricultural lands, or a resident place? Because you will find some areas like now if you go to Gudele and some part of Gudele down there, is flooding. And this area is not supposed to be for resident. That one is totally agricultural lands. As you, if you're in Khartoum, there is an area called Kapuri. There is a farm area there. That one is a farm area. The resident might not be there. So we shall be able to choose where the resident should be and where the industry will be and why they should be there. Then on this process, we shall transform the kinds of the towns we want. Secondly, I come out with the jingle because the criminal has entered deeply. They begin to grab people's land. They begin to enter to the villages. The indigenous of that land begin to cry that our land is grabbed, our land is this, our land is that, and they bring many names to the government. I say no, the government cannot be victimized. If that one is the behavior of the individual cannot be categorized to all the government institutions. That one is individual, and we shall deal with him as individual. So we must come out with something. We must let our people to get aware what's supposed to be done and how will you acquire land. Not from the local chiefs, not from Bari chiefs, not from that, from the government. And government is the one only to allocate land. But the land belongs to the community. They use it. A regulation is all from the government. So we need to start once again fresh.
What are the legal procedures of acquiring lands within Juba County?
Basically, to acquire lands, you might apply. Many applied and they got lands. While I come out massively and stopping this issue of land grabbing in Juba County, the indigenous community who has the land, who own the land, according to the law, that land belongs to the community, they came out willingly to offer lands to the government, right? When they offered the land to the governments, they also wanted to see their property being secured, being protected. So in the beginning, they don't want to offer because they see there's no protection to their property. They have not been valued. They have not been so what. But now when the whole government comes in, the national government, the state government, and Juba County, and also on top of that, the President of the Republic appoints the high-level committee to look into the issue of land grabbing. So they see that really they have a government that can protect their property. The land is the valuable property, need to be used well, not to be just anybody comes and begin demarcating, grabbings, pointing guns in the house, in the head of the owner. Sometimes you chase people from their own plots. You begin to, it seems like totally a criminal activities in the face of the government. That is why we, all the government, we don't want to see that criminality happening within our government. If they want, either they follow the law or we can crack them down totally and one and for all.
Honorable, if South Sudanese come to follow what you are saying, legal procedures of filling the form until one gets his or her land, how do you think it can contribute to development of Juba County?
Basically because it will contribute. By then, you are paying your money to someone that cannot bring back that money to you. Let us mind that whatever the money you give to the government, it still remain your money in one way or another. How? Because you have given the money to have a land. So this money of yours can be taken to give you water. This money of yours can be taken to give you power. This money of yours can be taken to give you a school. So it is at the same time your money. But if you give someone who you don't know and they don't follow the financial transaction, he will just run away with your money. Let's also understand that whatever the tax that you're giving to a government, it is still your money. It is still your money. You can call for it. But someone who from nowhere, you gave him the money, do you think you can get that money back? Sometimes we can say, I just give the money to the government. No. This is not the government money. We are mistaken. Any money that you give, you expect something to come back. Like what we are saying, sometimes you will see that the road is being opened. You will see that the government a bit open the school or construct the school. From where government get this money? Some people will say this is the oil money. This oil money is also the revenue of other people. It's the revenue of the people of South Sudan. Some people will say this is the revenue from National Revenue Authority in the border areas. So if it is from border area, this is our money. If I'm a businessman, I pay a tax when I'm coming in. So I expect this tax to improve the road, and I expect this money to improve the security. I will expect this money will do many things. So once we pay tax to the government by following that right procedure, let us know that this money is still your money, your money as a people of South Sudan. It's not someone's money. It is not the government money. It's the people money.
Honorable, you said the reason why South Sudanese should follow the legal procedures of acquiring land is to stop land grabbing. You may find that maybe some South Sudanese are involved in land grabbing unknowingly, not knowing whether they are grabbing land. How do you term that person who is grabbing land? What procedures, if someone tried to acquire land, then that now will be termed as illegal way of acquiring lands. What are those factors that shows this person has acquired land illegally?
Once you go to the chiefs and you begin giving the land without land title deed, this is illegal because you cannot go to the court with that documents of the chief, of the local chief. Does not have a title deed. Does not have a ledger book from the authority. Does not have anything. So it seems like you are living on the air. You don't still you have not owned land. By that one you cannot say you own land. This means with that one we can say this is illegal acquisition of land. But the legal acquisition of lands, it's go through the government processes, because government is the only organization in the whole world recognized by the legal things. If you want to do anything, you need to get the permission from the government. Even the NGOs, you must first get the permission. So by getting the permissions, you have already been given a legality of practicing what you're supposed to practice. But if you are not given any permissions, it is not legal for you, it's not right for you, it's not even valid for you to exercise whatever that you want to exercise.
Are chief not part of the administration of county?
Which chief?
The chief that you term to be doing illegal activities.
Yeah, you know, there are some chiefs that we appoint based on, according to the Local Government Act, but there is those chiefs. They just come out tonight. And even I really go back. I want to appreciate once again the president by saying all chiefs who are army must go back to the army. And all those who are army and practicing also politics, they must go back to army or they resign from army. There is some individual just get out tonight and begin saying, I'm a chief. I don't know who gave you that authority, because the only person who can give the authority for a chieftaincy is the county commissioner in the hierarchy of the government. So all the chiefs is under the county. There is no chief in the level of the state. So once the chief is under the county, I know my chiefs, those who I'm appointed, and I gave them the training, how they will conduct their things, and also at the same time, they are not allowed to do the technical work. Me, a commissioner, I cannot do the technical work because I'm a commissioner. But there is a technical people, I will call them and plans to plan. This is where we involve legality. This is where we put everything on place. But if I also go and begin to sales and all that, I'm not a legal official that can demarcate. The engineers are the one to demarcate. I give the approval for legality of that job. Did you get my point?
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner. And I want to bring you a bit about how Juba County and Juba City Councils are working. And if you move from SABC now, going to your office, and you move around within Juba City, you'll find there are a lot of places which are not clean. So in this case, what is your contribution as Juba County into making Juba City clean and making Juba County clean? Because you mentioned a lot of all these areas which are within Juba City, they're part of Juba County.
Yeah. Me working with the mandate, it's made me to be a bit in the position of that mandate. Juba City Council is the independent entity outside Juba County, having a little bit the same power. In seniority, I'm senior than Juba City Council, mayor. He has all the authority on his hand. He's the chairman of that security, he's the chairman of education, he's the chairman of everything. So it is his full mandate to do the best thing. But in collaborations, in cooperation together, we always advise each other. We come together, we share ideas, what's supposed to be done. Then in the action, it is him to do the action. It's not me. The moment I came in, this is encroachment of the authority. And according to the legality and all the local government setup, so me always leave everyone to practice within his jurisdiction. And this is totally cannot involve a county commissioner in the front page, because those mandate is clear, and for him to execute his mandate, also he's directly to the governor of Central Equatorial State, as well as me directly to the governor of Central Equatorial State, because we all hold territories.
So what are you people doing to make Juba City clean and Juba County clean?
For me, I'm trying so hard. As I said in the beginning, I come to the position, I found everything empty, even no vehicles, nothing, right? And you can see within the period of 1 year, I'm able to construct a very big hospital. I'm able to stabilize a little bit, working with the security organs, the issue of the security. And you can see also how I work tirelessly to make sure that the roads to my office is always clean. And also in other parts, things move on well. And you can see how much I make some renovations in the offices within the period of 1 year. And this is all local revenue. That is why in the beginning I will also go back saying that money is the people money. So when we use our money well, even if it is little, it will do something. Now we have a plans of cleaning Juba County. And there is the stakeholders or the companies that we are engaging to come in so that we support each other. Within these days, because not yet materialized, I need to go for social corporate responsibility from all the embassies and all the people, the partners, so that they a little bit donate for something, like trucks, like what, so that we help Juba City or Juba County to be clean. Nobody can clean it. It is with the South Sudanese to clean it. And we need to understand that also litterings, the crystal, anyhow, we are dirtying our nation. You will see that you dirty the street. No, you dirty your home. This is your home. Do you think you are dirtying someone's home? Who will be said? Who will be termed? It's the way who South Sudanese. Why are you littering this one? If we do not retrain ourselves in doing dirty things, then the foreigners, those who are coming, they will not respect. It will start with us. I also will come out with a jungle to also let the people of South Sudan to get aware how to clean up the Juba County, the Juba City Council, starting from us. And also from there, we shall be able to put something like a fine to anyone who is littering anyhow. We shall arrest you, we shall stop you, we shall give you back your crystal. You find a way how you will take it. So those are the plans within my reach that I'm always thinking of it there. But if I get the resources, I immediately can come in.
Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner. Before we wind up this interview, and I want to bring into your attention about your relationship with state authorities and national authorities. And I want to start in a way that you are the young commissioner among other commissioners within Central Equatoria, if I'm not mistaken. And how do you see your relationship with big people, the state government and the national government, when it comes to exercising your powers?
Our relation is 100% good. Only that everyone has a mandate. Everyone has a mandate. With the state authority, I don't have any problem. I'm doing my mandate. And when it comes to whatever the things there, we always cooperate. We work together. It's only if you encroach, then I will stop you. With the government of Central Equatoria, he's really supportive. It's supporting all the commissioners, not only me, all the commissioners. So whatever we are doing because he has really supported us and gave us the power to do our jobs without any complaints, without any problem. So if you got such a passion, a father who can give you a space to do something, this means you will explore your innovation plans and your activities and all that. He's not that saying, stop this, don't do this. He always leaves you to do whatever you want to do and make sure that it's within the reach of the law. We don't want to go out from the law. So I really appreciate his stand with us, all the commissioners.
Are your plans are your orders implemented the way you wish?
The orders to be implemented, of course, it's not me supposed to go down there and implement the orders. We have the administrators, we have the security organs, we have many people, but sometimes because we are still young, I must go so that I pull up my orders. So basically my orders, most of them is being followed up. I did not finish, and also let me tell you asked about our relationship with the national government. So if we have a good relationship with governor, this means we have a very good relationship with the national government. Why? Because with that space, we always connect. The national government, the state governments, and the local governments are working. The most interesting thing is that we are in the capital city of the Republic of South Sudan, where the whole people are here. So nobody wanted to leave commissioner alone so that he will be defeated. And meanwhile, the trends of the problem, it will come to the government of national government. This is the face of the nation. So being the face of the nation, we are working collectively with all the people, with all the stakeholders to fulfill the mandate of the government.
Thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner, for making it to Morning Breakfast Show. Finally, what could be a word of contributions into the implementations of the revitalized peace agreement in your county And if there's something that I've not touched in our discussion, you can summarize in less than 3 minutes.
Well, thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. We, as SOA, first of all, and the SPLM also as well, and all the partners to revitalize this agreement, we are committed. We are committed for implementations of the revitalized peace agreement. Though it is slow, but it's slow but sure. We are moving on as well to at least see most of the things being implemented, because it is only us, nobody else. I can repeat this thing many times. It's only the South Sudanese who will come to their minds and they will understand that there is no need for many things. It's the time now for peace and security. It's the time now for development of the nation. It is the time now to go for agriculture. It is the time now to go for service and educations and all that for the people of South Sudan. So there is no need for us to make a distraction, to make everything that cannot help our nation. So this is about the revitalized peace agreement. And secondly, I would like to say the people of South Sudan, generally outside there, and all the stakeholders, let us bind our hands together to see there is 3 areas that we need to bring them to an end. 1, the issue of the land grabbings to come to an end, and 2, the issue of the cattle issues to come to an end, and 3, the issue of this dirtiness of Juba. We need the national government, the international NGOs, the embassies, many people who have the goodwill to support the Juba City Council, to support Juba County, so that we clean up this nation. Because if you clean up this nation, immediately it will begin to show that we are now clean and our heart is towards peace. And our heart is really wanted the nation. So, and also those who are littering the crystals, putting something bad on the road. And you're taking it from your house, you're bringing it to the road. It is a very big, very bad practice, very bad practice. We don't want to practice that one. Let us try to organize ourselves individually and in group so that we shall move forward, we shall do something good for the government, we shall do something good for ourselves, we shall do something good for this nation, for the Republic of South Sudan. I think I will stop here. Thank you for watching us, and my message is stay well, be a peace lovers, and encourage development in our nation. Thank you.
Yes, stay well and encourage peace and development in South Sudan. That is from Honorable Engineer Joseph Wani, the County Commissioner of Juba County. For me, Majur Cholkor, and the team, we say thank you so much for following Morning Breakfast Show. In our today edition, we have been talking about developmental plans and achievement of Juba County, as Honorable Commissioner help us to understand what he is doing in East County to making sure that developmental projects and activities are implemented and they are seen by the people of South Sudan. For me, Majur Cholkor, and the crew in the studio, we said, Honorable Commissioner, we are profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to host you in Morning Breakfast Show. This will not be the last time, and we wish to have you next time in the Morning Breakfast Show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
and
much.
Dear viewers, do have a lovely time as you enjoy the rest of the program on SSBC.